All right, ESPN NBA Power Ranking came out today about 9 to 10 hours ago. Let's talk about it. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Make sure you check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Don't forget to follow me on my main channel, Goodfella Sports TV, for all the sports, music, news, and entertainment and current news out there. But the Pistons rank 27th in the NBA, just behind three teams. The Oklahoma City Thunder is the worst team in the league. I think ranked at 30th. Then I believe it is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks in some order like that. So just above the Pistons are the Sacramento Kings. Then in some order, Charlotte, Chicago, and I think Orlando are the few teams above them. And Orlando kind of fell down. They was a playoff team last year. And then the first three, you go to ESPN.com and NBA TV, in the NBA play little section, and it's right there. Scroll a little bit down, and the best team is the Lakers, rightfully so. Then the Milwaukee Bucks, and then that number 3, to me, is a bit of a shocker, having the Brooklyn Nets so high, and 4 is the Clippers, and then you go on, so on and so on. Like I said before, I felt that the Pistons were the worst team, slightly the worst team in the East, below possibly, I think I said the Hornets, and below the Knicks and the Cavaliers. If you look at the rest of the Eastern Conference, the Wizards got better. Orlando is Orlando. They still got Vujovic, and hopefully Markelle Fultz get a little bit better. I thought they could be better than Charlotte. I think Chicago was a better team, especially since they ain't got that toxic coach, Bowling. They got a lot of talent. Don't mean they're going to put it together. And then you just look at the 8 teams in the East. Indiana going to be somewhere in the mix. Let's just say the Wizards at 8. This is the 8 teams. Wizards, Pacers, Boston, Toronto probably would be there. The Nets would be somewhere in there. Philadelphia would be a little bit better with Doc Rivers. Miami Heat would be there. And that's 7 teams right there. Hopefully I ain't forgetting nobody important. But, I think those are teams right there. And, and then you really fight for one spot because, Brooklyn's probably going to be there. Toronto's going to be there. Milwaukee going to be there. Philadelphia going to be there. Indiana going to be there. Those 5 for sure. Then 6, Miami going to be there, And then you look at it, Wizards might be better, So really it's like a few teams fighting for the 8th spot. Orlando, they could retain the 8th spot. Who knows? So like I said before, the Pistons is really predicated on how healthy Blake Griffin to be. And this is a shocker, how good Killian is be. If Killian is good as they saying he is, coming in at 19 years old, blocking shots, and somebody called him a Jason Kidd, type of player with the height and the length and the, just the ability to be a point guard. And then you've got the Atlanta Hawks, They got a lot better, and they got a lot deeper by adding Bojanovic from the Sacramento Kings. And then they added Danilo Gallinari, and they still got Hunter and Cam Reddish to develop. And don't forget they acquired Clint Capella last year, and John Collins is still there, and Trey Young is still there. So, they're a deep basketball team. It's just how well they'll gel and how well they'll play defense. Now, I got the Hawks making the playoffs. This is my personal opinion. But overall, it's really how good Killian come in to be. How good Isaiah Stewart be. How much Sadiq Bey. I just don't see this team doing good. I think they kind of tanking. They can lie and say they're retooling and they're not rebuilding. But then again, the worst team out of here is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost Steven Adams. They lost Chris Paul. They lost Danilo Gallinari. They lost a lot of people. So I get why they the worst team. Okay, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got an opportunity to show out this year. A few guys over there that's young, they got a chance to step up. Terrence Ferguson, if he's still there. Look at the Knicks. The Knicks are a dumpster fire. Okay, you got Obi Toppin, R.J. Barrett. I didn't think he was that good. And that's my opinion on that. All right. Then you got the Cavaliers. They got talent. They got Andre. They got Kevin Love. They got Garland, if he can get better. Colin Sexton. They got Kevin Porter, who caught a case, so hopefully everything good with him because I like his game a lot. Seen him working out over summer. He like Houdini with the basketball. And then you just look at our division, the Pacers. I don't even know who coaching the Pacers. I think they was wrong for getting rid of Nate McMillan. But Victor Oladipo is still there. Him and Malcolm Brogdon probably make up the best defensive backcourt in basketball. Sabonis don't know where he at health-wise. Miles Turner's still there somehow, some way. So, they still got a good team. And the Pistons, you got to forget, they got a jail. Sivy, he been in the rotation, but not really hard in the rotation. Blake Griffin basically been out a year. Derrick Rose, this is a totally different team. You got rid of Andre. You got rid of Derrick and Blake. Didn't play that much. You got rid of Thon. You got rid of Tony Snell. The roster has been flipped 100%. Savitas, Musa, Isaiah Stewart. That's 3 players right there. Sadiq Bey, that's 4 players. They brought in Jeremy Grant. That's 5 players. You brought in Josh Jackson. That's 6 players. I mean, it's a totally different roster. No Langston Galloway. He signed in Phoenix. I think I wanted to bring him back, but he in a good place. Shout out to him. Those 6 new players you brought in. Don't forget you brought in Killian. That's 7. You know what I'm saying? Then you brought in Mason Plumlee. That's 8. So this roster is totally flipped up. They got rid of Kyrie Thomas, traded Bruce Brown. I think that's a good fit for him in Brooklyn. You know, got rid of Tony. Got rid of a lot of guys. Reggie Jackson, got rid of him last year. Got rid of Andre last year. It's a totally different roster. Totally different. And you look at it, you say Mason Plumlee, he was a bench player last year. You say Jahlil Okafor, he really ain't getting no burn like that last year. You know, you put him in there, Plumlee, Blake Griffin, you know, whoever going to be the 3 spot, maybe Jamie Grant or Diambo. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Grant was a bench player last year. Good player, though. You bring in Sivy at the 2, possibly. Killian at the 1, Derrick Rose. It's just too many new variables. It's too many guys in new roles, if you feel me what I'm saying. It's too many guys in new roles. That's the unknown variable. You don't know what they're going to do in a bigger role. Just because you average 10 points and 5 rebounds and 8 assists in 20 minutes of play don't mean if you almost double those minutes, you're going to average 20 points and 16 assists and 10 rebounds a game. The game don't work like that. You know, but, you know, do I think the Pistons better than Sacramento? They lost a lot of players, man, in Sacramento. They signed De'Aaron Fox, still got Buddy Hield against his will, lost Bojanovic. You know, Marvin Bagley, can he stay healthy? I mean, you can make a case. I just think they just a more known team. I think our coach better than Luke Walton. Orlando, basically, they got a playoff core, so I can't say we better than them. Charlotte, you know, they gave us some fits a couple years ago. I can't remember how we done versus them this year, but they got Rozier, LaMelo. I'm not sure. We could be right neck and neck, but it's a good thing, you know, replenishing the roster, you know, getting new players over the draft. But I do think it's not a bad spot for the Pistons. They moved up 1 from last year, and the only reason last year's team wasn't better than this year's team right now is because a lot of guys weren't healthy, straight up and down, you know. But could they be better than Sacramento? Yeah, Sacramento got a probably tougher schedule playing out west. But the Pistons, January is going to make or break that team. I think they may lose, just me thinking how good this team may be, I think they may lose every game in January. No bullshit. A couple years ago, they had a 17, 18 game losing streak, however it went, 20-some games. They January consist of like 90% of the playoff teams from last year, damn near. You know, could persist or make up of 100% of playoff teams. Got Milwaukee a couple times. You got Miami a couple times. You got Philadelphia in there. You got Phoenix in there. You got the Warriors at the end. You know, and also they got the Minnesota Timberwolves better than the Pistons. And I just thinking Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns and Malik Beasley. I'm not sure. You know, they could talk all the junk they want to about, you know what I'm saying? They could talk all the junk they want to about, you know, them being better than us and a tougher conference. You know, we may be better than them. Do they got their top 3 players better than ours? Absolutely. Or top 2, Karl and Russell. But then again, Andre used to bully Karl Anthony Towns. You know, that was one of the guys he played good against in Jokic. You know, Andre Drummond may do well out west because he seemed to out-hustle the 2 big guys up there. And I'm not sure. I can't remember how good he was against Anthony Davis. But, you know, Andre could throw his weight around physical against those type of guys. When he going against guys that's just as big as him and Joel Embiid, he had issues with. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's a power ranking. You know, NBA has surprises every year. I mean, one year in the 90s or the early 2000s, I think it's the 90s, Grant Hill and the Pistons won 56 games. You know what I'm saying? And it can happen. You know, this team maybe can be a miracle, you know. But then again, we just in a pathetic state of sports right now. You know, Michigan State, sorry. Michigan State did beat Duke the other night. Salute to them. Michigan basketball will probably be better next year. Michigan football terrible. Michigan State football terrible. Red Wings, Tigers terrible. But, you know, if you had me to bet, I think baseball is the easiest to turn around. But, hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about the Pistons coming in the 27th, the ESPN Power Ratings. You can check that out, ESPN.com. It is ESPN.com because they won the rights to their domain name back. It used to be ESPN Go. But other than that, don't forget you can follow us at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Where she Sports Talk, we go.